and welcome to another Redstone tutorial. In this episode, I'm going to be showing you how to make 4 different kinds of elevators in Minecraft. So let's jump into it. This first design that we have here is a bubble elevator. Now, the average Minecrafter would have maybe 2 bubble elevators in their base, one of which would be the up elevator, and the other will be the down one. Whereas this elevator here combines them both into one. Now how it works is it makes use of a block swapper down here to switch out the magma for soul sand, and then these comparators here act as a pulse extender so that the soul sand stays in place for long enough so that you can shoot up to the top. These things are just here to keep the water from flowing out and destroying everything. Yeah, it works pretty well. And honestly, I've got the pulse extender actually a little long. So yeah, it takes a couple of seconds before it switches back to the magma. And then when it does switch back to the magma, we'll pull you back down again. So yeah, it's very simple and easy to use, very easy to make. It doesn't use that many resources apart from maybe the comparators which use quartz and pistons which use slime. But apart from those, it's pretty cheap. Next up, we have the micro elevator. Now this is just here to elevate you like a couple of blocks when the wall that you want to climb is very small, but it doesn't really warrant like a full staircase. Or even a full piston elevator. Now, how it works is actually very simple. When I press this button, this piston extends, powering this dust, which in turn powers this repeater, extending this piston down here, and which pushes this piston just up here, meaning that it's then powered by the redstone block, and then that too extends, meaning that with this, if you're willing to jump, you can go up to 3 blocks. Which is, yeah, that's pretty cool. Next up, we have the slime block elevator. Now, please excuse the unorthodox redstone used to power this. I'm terrible at linking stuff up. But basically, it's a 2-way system made with slime blocks, observers, and pistons to basically propel itself through the air. Now, as I said, it works both ways. You just have to update this observer here for it to go downwards, and this observer here to go upwards. And yeah, it's really quite simple. And yeah, people often think about slime block flying machines as being, you know, very complicated machines, but really, I mean, have a look at this. It's 4 high, 1 wide, 2 wide even. Yeah, I don't see what's so complex about this. Finally, we have one of the most simple elevators on this list, and it's literally just a button, some redstone dust, and a piston. And also a slime block as well, but that doesn't really matter as like redstone component wise. And all you have to do is press this button here, and you're launched 5 blocks up into the air. That means you're actually able to land on this block up here, which is pretty high up. Now, if you're a bit better at redstone than I am, you could actually find a way to chain these together, so that you could actually fly pretty high up in the air. At this 5 block gap here, you'd have another slime block thing pop up out of the wall and launch you off, and then another 5 blocks up, boing, boing, and then boing, and then you could do that all the way up to the sky limit or something, I don't know. Yeah. That's more or less it. And also, if I hop into survival mode quickly, you can see that by landing on the slime block, you take no damage whatsoever, and if you hold space, you don't actually bounce up into the air again, which is pretty handy. These are probably my 4 favourite elevator designs. I've used slime block elevators probably the most in my builds, because, I mean, you just need this amount of materials for an elevator from 3 blocks and to sky limit. I mean, it's ridiculous, really. It's very, very cheap. This one I don't use so much, but as I said, some people have found ways to chain them together, so I'm sure that's pretty useful. you could find some way to do that. I don't really use this much because my bases don't really have this kind of thing where one part is slightly higher than the other. That doesn't generally happen much in my bases. And I don't know why, but I've never really used bubble elevators before, even though they're really useful and really quite cheap. I mean, all you really need is just a bunch of glass. It's the only thing that you really need a lot of, unless you're going for a really high one, in which case you're going to need a fair few comparators. Yeah, I probably should have mentioned these comparators here. By adding more of them, you can actually extend the pulse for larger ones. So, as you can see, I've added in another 4 comparators, and that lengthens the signal by this much. I mean, you can see it's taking a pretty long time now. There it is. Now it's moved back. But yeah. So, thanks for watching. I hope this was helpful to you. Hope that one of these designs fits into your base, or wherever you're putting these elevators. But, yeah. Thanks for watching. Have fun, and bye-bye.